Hey, how's it going, guys? I know a lot of you are wondering how to get pets in Monster Hunter World, so today I'm going to show you just that. Right now I just spawned in the ancient forest and I'm going to proceed just right to it. You're going to go ahead and kneel down. There's a shepherd hare right there that you're going to want to catch. The first thing you're going to want to do is actually equip the capture net into your wrist sling. So once you've done that, that gives you the ability to catch certain pets in this game. When you progress throughout the story, you can get multiple rooms. You have your private room, you have the private suite, which is what I have, and the private suite's the biggest room your character is allowed to get. It holds up to 15 pets. So right here I'm going to be showing you how to get each pet. You're going to want to sneak up on most of them. So as you can see right here, I'm going to go for some bliss bills, but they fly off, but this one flies straight into my net, which is perfect. Basically any small animal you see you can catch in this game. Right here, if you get your fishing net out, you can actually catch, you have a chance at catching a great sushi fish, which you can place in your aquarium if you have the room, the private room, or if you have the private suite, you can place it in a pond that you have outside of your house. So we're going to go ahead and continue down here. I'm looking for some revoltures. Some of them spawn on the ground over here, but if there is no revoltures, you're going to want to go ahead and head down here. Now I'm going to go up to the ocean right here, and you can see you can catch a giant tuna. But right now I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out, because once you kill an animal or a monster, the revoltures will go ahead and fly down and start eating your kill, but they don't really affect your loot. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to kill these guys real quick. I'm going to walk away so they can go ahead and fly down. I can already see the animations. You can see their shadows flying over. See? So I'm just waiting for them to come in. They're swooping in right now. Just go ahead and wait for them to land and use your capture net. Missed the first shot, but I'm just going to go ahead and shoot a second shot and get one. And that's the revolture for you. I'm going to go ahead and catch another one just for the fun of it, because there is no limit to as many as you catch. You can just go ahead and catch as many as you want. This next monster slash pet I'm going to catch, I don't really know the pronunciation of it, so just sorry if I completely murder it. And there you go. You're going to want to go ahead and shoot it at an angle, but I want to say it's like the woodland pteryx or something like that, because a pterodactyl. So I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The woodland pteryx or something. We're going to go ahead and move along. I honestly thought this is one of the hoppers that you can catch. You'll see throughout the video I'll catch one. But you can catch these guys. They're called omen flies. Most people don't know about the omen flies, that they glow. So if you are playing throughout the game and you see an omen fly glowing red, that means that there's an enemy nearby, and just to be careful. So you can actually use them to your advantage if you actually just pay attention. And they'll usually alert you for like the Anjanath and all of that. All the monsters that they see as a threat, they will glow red. And the reason why I whip out my weapon like that is because when you run out of stamina, if you go ahead and just whip your weapon out right away, it avoids you from just bending over and like gasping for air for like 10 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and slide down here and continue. I'm just eating this well done steak to boost my stamina because you're going to be running a lot. So if you can use rations, well done steaks, anything that can boost your stamina and keep you running, it'll help this out a lot. More of those hairs. And then there's the emperor hoppers, as you can see. They're kind of hard to catch, but you can catch them out of the side of your eye. Excuse me. So there's the emperor hoppers, and we're going to go ahead and continue down here. I was hoping I'd find a spider web, but throughout the video I will find the spider you were able to catch in this game. I'm just kind of going ahead and looking for spider webs that pan across the cave, because they make their webs across that. Scale bats, they're very difficult to catch. You want to wait for that animation where they're all in your face and just shoot a random shot. More than likely, every time I've done it, I've caught in a scale bat. There's me looking at the spider webs right there, which shows it's usually where the spider spawns, but I'll catch him throughout this video. Another good tool is that if you actually use your net to capture a flash bug, it'll automatically make a flash pod for your wrist, which is very convenient. I'm pretty sure it shows that in this video. So we're going to go ahead and continue down here. Throughout this video, I'm trying to remember where each pet is. There's multiple pets in the ancient forest. It's hard to remember. But I'm kind of just looking in the water too, because you can use your capture net to actually capture fish. Just avoid all the monsters. You don't need to. So I'm actually going to go to the left right now and show you how you can use your capture net to actually catch fish. Just go ahead and aim it at a group of fish that you actually want. Here I catch 2 sushi fish and a wet fish. The nice thing about capturing it with the capture net is it automatically makes them into sushi fish scales and the wet fish scales. Regions that are like out of the way, like up here against this ridge, they harbor a lot of pets. You'll notice as I walk down here, you'll see I'll catch 3 different kinds of pets. Right here, more of the emperor hoppers. So if you want to go ahead and just spawn and just run straight to this ridge, you can get those hoppers right away. I'm gonna jump down here. You see these butterflies flying up? Just go ahead and pop a shot up into the air. You'll usually catch them. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but there's some carrier ants that walk across. It's just a type of butterfly. You'll see there's different kinds of butterflies you can catch in this game. I'm going to go ahead and shoot this into the water again. I'm trying to look for fish, but I noticed they're closer to the waterfall for some reason in like the shallower area. The pink praxis you actually need for a quest, so if you catch one, you can turn it into your ecologist researcher, and they will give you research points and I believe an armor sphere. After this video, we're going to go ahead and move along to the Coral Highlands as well. So just stay tuned. If you're able to watch the whole video, that's great. You'll be able to see all the pets that you'll be able to catch for the ancient forest and for the Coral Highlands. After this video, I'm going to be working on the Rotten Vale and the Wildspire Waste. I'm not sure about all the pets that are there yet. I'm still discovering more and more as I continue expediting there. I'm just kind of looking just to make sure that there's nothing I haven't seen yet. But you're gonna go ahead and want to run to the left up here, making your way up towards the Raytheon and Rathlos nest. I'm kind of just hitting each region for you guys. But right here, there's more of those butterflies that I noticed in the right-hand side. It's the cobalt flutterfly. So you'll notice that there's different variants of butterflies. You'll also notice throughout this game that there's actually variants of certain animals, like the hare, the shepherd hare. It's one that glows orange. You'll see their variants. They're very easy to, you know, if you're comparing two of them, you're just like, okay, this one definitely looks different. It's the same kind of animal, but it just looks different. It's a variant. And when you capture it, it gives you 120 to 160 research points just for capturing. So go ahead and make sure you look for those variants. I think the only two variants I've found is the shepherd hare variant, and I'm sorry, no, I found 3 variants so far. It's the shepherd hare variant, the omen fly variant, which the omen fly variant is the auger fly. You'll see right here, I'm going to go ahead and catch this flash bug, and it turns it right into a flash pod. Right here where the omen fly's at. Oh, here we go, and here's that spider I was telling you guys about. Go ahead and just aim towards the middle of the spider web, and you'll catch a vapornid, which I think is the only variant of spider I've seen throughout the game. I've caught multiple. The vapornid is also in the rotten veil. You can basically virtually capture any bug that you see on the ground. God bugs, flash bugs, thunder bugs, bitter bugs, all of that good stuff. There's more of those vultures. I completely miss them. Embarrass myself. I'm pretty sure I do. Oh no, I actually caught one. Nice. Kind of just like looking over the cliffs, just making sure I don't see anything, you know, out of the corner of my eye, because there is like a lot of small things that are hard to see that you'll notice throughout the game that you're like, oh hey, I never noticed that was there. I heard the Rathlos coming, so I went ahead and just hooked onto this wing drake because I wasn't about to mess with him right away because of how aggro he is. I heard those bird chirps, so I was going ahead and looking up in the trees. I couldn't find anything, so I have yet to find out what those bird chirps are from. Or if it's just a sound in the game, who knows. And that's about it for the ancient forest. Those are all the pets that I found so far. In the ancient forest, if you find anything new, go ahead and comment below the video. That way you can let other people know about the other pets that you found. Because I think this is a very cool feature in Monster Hunter, that you can actually find pets for your house. You know, it makes it kind of a fun task, and it also gives you a lot of research points. So we're heading back right now. I'm going to go ahead and load up the Coral Highlands right away, so go ahead and just stay tuned.
Sign up for the quest, partner. It's time to hunt the monster that left that trail.
And if you want to go ahead, you can just go ahead and fast forward from this spot. I'm going to go ahead and just sit here and wait until it transitions into the next clip. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move along to the Coral Highlands. I was thinking about doing either the Wild Spire Waste or the Rotten Vale, but I haven't discovered much there yet, so we're going to go ahead and go straight to the Coral Highlands to the southern camp. So go ahead and head straight to the southern camp, because if you spawn at the southern camp, there's more diverse wildlife in the Coral Highlands. You'll see that it's very abundant for pets here. Some pets that you really haven't noticed, and honestly, as soon as you spawn in this camp, you take a couple steps and your first pet is right in front of you. So you're going to want to go ahead and do the same thing as you do in the ancient forest. Go ahead and load the capture net into your slinger once again, and get ready to shoot the next animal. Just loading into the map now. Alright, we're flying in, and the very first pet is right in front of your face. So go ahead and load your capture net once again, and we are going to go straight for these jellyfish right in front of you. Some of them, they're too far to hit, but go ahead and aim up as high as you can and shoot it, and you should get at least one. It's a flying medusa. It's just a jellyfish that glows. They're really cool. It's very, very abundant in the Coral Highlands. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump down and shoot the next one, the elegant coral bird. The variant for that one is the male coral bird that only spawns during mating season. You'll see them, I mean, I've only seen one. That's the one I caught, so you're going to go ahead and head down here. I tried to catch these ground pets that are very hard to capture. They're called wigglers. As soon as you fire your net, they're all gonna run, so see, right into the ground. They're so fast, and I didn't even catch one. I will catch one at the end, or towards the middle of this video. As you can see, the omen flies are right here again. I took his friend, so he's alert, so he's glowing yellow. He doesn't find you a threat, though. Okay. We're going to go ahead and climb up this way, just to avoid the shameless. They're very annoying, so. There's a lot of things that people don't know that you can actually catch, so just be very aware of that. Also, if you miss, some of the animals will fly off. Don't get distraught, because they'll come right back to the same spot that they're in. As you can see, all these elegant coral birds right here. There's no limit to the amount that you can catch. It's better to catch more because of the research points. You go ahead and rack up more points. But I'm going to go ahead and head over here. More of those flying medusas. I thought the one to the right was a variant, but it just ended up being the same medusa, so. And I completely missed, so. Right now I'm just going ahead and taking a little look around because this is a new place to me. I've actually never really climbed up any of this over here. So I'm kind of just looking just to make sure that there's nothing I haven't seen. And there's just an ivy plant, so I mean there's, unless you need ivy, there's really no purpose for that place. We're going to go ahead and proceed to the right. When you go up here, there's actually some things that you probably didn't know you could catch, but you actually can. And I'm going to show you right now the sleeping toads. The two toads that I am aware of is the sleep toad and the paratoad. And you know the effects of each one, I'm sure. If you kick the sleep toad, it makes a plume cloud that makes you go to sleep. It's very useful for using against monsters. And then the paratoad, which you kick and it paralyzes you. But we're gonna head to the southern camp, or the northeast camp, I'm sorry, right now, because I'm gonna show you the best way to catch the wigglers that I know of, the easiest way. So go ahead and crawl very, very, very slow when you're going through this, because if you get up too fast, they'll all three of them disappear. You can see that there's 3. Doing this, maybe 1 will run away, but 2 will stay. Go ahead and shoot. I tried to get both, but I only got 1. So there's the wiggler for you. 12 research points, which, I mean, if you can catch a lot of them, will rack up some research points and benefit you in the end. Gonna go ahead and climb up right away to the left because I want to avoid Legiana, because that is also a very aggressive monster that will not leave you alone, so kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. Unfortunately, I forgot some things that will help my stamina, so I'm going ahead and looking through my items list, but I can't find anything that I can use, so we're going to go ahead and climb up here more. We're going to catch one more sleep toad, and then I'm going to show you guys where the paratoad is at. Up here, you want to use the sleep in the paratoad for Legiana, because it seems like, I call her a her because it seems like a girl, but when you're fighting her and you bring her up here, it's very useful to use these toads against her because she's susceptible to paralysis, and you can also put her to sleep. So right where this poison cup's at, you're going to want to run and hit X to jump, and there's that paratoad for you. Catching these guys will get you a lot of research points. The sleep toad's worth 25 and the paratoad is worth 20. We're going to keep jumping down here. So we're going to go ahead and run to the right down here. You'll notice it's a little cave. I'm going to go ahead and search the cave walls, trying to see if I can find anything. You know, I was thinking maybe that you could catch these flowers right here, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot a net shot just to make sure I can't, which you can't. So we're going to continue down this cave. It is good to look on the cave walls because in the Wildspire Waste in Rotten Vale, there's geckos that you can actually catch that crawl all over the cave wall. So I'm just making sure that I don't see any of that. I'm going to jump to this next platform and look to my left, and there's going to be an omen fly up top. I don't need those, they're very common, so if you still want an omen fly, go ahead and proceed up that way. But I'm going to go ahead and proceed down. I like to look in the water to make sure there's no fish. I don't see anything right now. But what I do see is one of these anglers, which you're going to want to catch, that you can put in your pond and aquarium. It's the andangler. You'll notice they have a little glowing bead on the top of their head. They're very easy to spot. Otherwise, if they didn't have that glowing bead, they're very hard to see because they're gray and they blend in with everything. So we're going to head down this way. And I'm going to show you where most of the andanglers hang out at. It's a very secluded area. It's that you would overlook if you weren't really paying attention. These little guys on the Shamos, they're very aggressive. They're just like the other little guys in the ancient forest. So I'm just going to avoid those and climb up. Most people don't know, but it's the pets that you don't think are pets are the pets that you can catch. So a flash bug, for instance, you can actually catch. Not only can you hit it to blind a monster, but you can also catch them and put them in your house. So it's a flash fly. Most people don't know that, and look, it's an easy 12 research points that adds to the total research points you'll have at the end of all of this. And I'm very, very excited about this video of the Coral Highlands, because if you can stay tuned towards the end of the video, you'll be able to see a very, very, very rare pet that you can catch that maybe you looked up and you thought that you couldn't catch, but you actually can. It's just a secret spot you need to go to. So keep watching, and I'll show you exactly how to get to it. Because, I mean, you could skip towards the end and see me catch it, but you need to know how to get to it. You can't just see me catch it. So you're going to crawl through this little hole. You can see that it's very abundant for the flying medusos, but we're going to head down here and catch some of those ant danglers. They're all over the place down here, so you can see that there's multiple of them. You can see their little heads glowing, so they're not that hard to chase after. Gonna head down this way. There's more ant danglers at the bottom of all this. I like to capture like multiple of them, just hopefully that I can catch a variant that, you know, you might not catch by the eye, but if you catch them right away, then, you know. So go ahead and climb up this ivy. You're gonna go ahead and climb up here. This is where we're gonna get towards the end, where we catch that very rare pet that, you know, it's 10 times bigger than your capture net, but you can actually capture. So don't get distraught if you think you can't capture it, because just keep in mind the things that you don't think you can capture, you actually can. Right up here, I'm going to search this pearl oyster because it's glowing. I actually find something that you can add towards your ingredient list called an innocent pearl. It helps you, it gives you the ability to now get shrimp for your meal platters at the canteen. So what you don't really know is that you can actually swim underneath this waterfall. I'm going to go ahead and turn around because sometimes there's guppies that hang out underneath the waterfall that you can catch. They're like little sardine looking fish, but there are none there. Alright, so we're going to proceed down here, and there you go to the right. A very, very, very big pet that you can capture that most people don't know that you can. So there you go, the grandfather manta grail. He's a very rare pet to catch. You know, this is the only place I know that you can actually catch him. So thank you guys for staying tuned and actually watching the whole video. I appreciate all the likes and the views and the comments, so thanks guys.